Hey everybody, Jay Alexander here with North Star. Been getting a lot of questions from people asking about the government shutdown and how that's impacting, the loan process and mortgage rates and real estate and everything. So just wanted to put this together and hit some highlights real quick. The first thing I think that needs to be brought up is obviously a lot of the loan programs we do are government-based loan programs, right? FHA, VA, USDA. Right now, we're not really expecting a big change with regards to how we process FHA or VA loans. Should be business as usual with those products. Sure, there'll be exceptions to that rule. There'll be times where we might need to get a hold of an employee at one of these departments, and that process may be delayed or they may not be available at all. But in general, we expect to be able to close those loans just like normal. Unfortunately, USDA right now is at a standstill. They are not issuing conditional commitments, and if the file does not have a conditional commitment, we cannot close it. So USDA is on pause till the government comes back online. So that's probably the biggest thing that's affecting our day-to-day operation right now. In the world of interest rates, we are not getting economic news like we normally would. We're supposed to have a really big jobs report tomorrow. It looks like that report is going to be delayed. Not sure when we will get it. So that absolutely will impact, how the market moves, and it's going to create more volatility when the government comes back online because we're going to get lots of reports probably in a very quick time frame. But with that said, some good news on that front is right now, I'll show you this. Right now, we're anticipating about a 99% chance of the government or the Fed cutting interest rates at their next meeting on October 29th, here at the end of the month. We're looking at a quarter point cut. And if we look ahead to the next meeting in December, on December 10th, there's about a 90% chance of an additional cut. So right now we are pricing in two more rate cuts between now and the end of the year. And hopefully that'll give us the momentum we need to continue pressuring mortgage rates lower. But that, like I said, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a little bit of an interesting ride because we're not getting the economic news and data in the time frame that we normally would. As far as processing loans itself, anytime we need tax return verifications, IRS transcripts, Social Security verifications, it's very possible that those items will be delayed. We have other methods we're using to try to verify this information, but that is certainly something to pay attention to. And then this doesn't impact a lot of our clients, but it is something to pay attention to. FEMA has said they will not issue flood insurance while the government is shut down. So if we have a client who's in a floodplain and that's the insurance they're looking to get, that's obviously going to be problematic. There are some private companies out there that can issue flood insurance and we can use that instead, but a lot of times that insurance is a lot more expensive. So flood insurance, like I said, can be a problem. And then finally, I think the real, people that are impacted by this are, government employees and government contractors, right? Anybody who's in the middle of getting a loan or was looking at putting a house under contract until the government's back online and they're back at work, any furloughed employee, it's going to be challenging to get their file to the closing table. Imagine if we had a customer who worked for Home Depot and then they announced that Home Depot was going to shut down for a little while. Mortgage company's probably going to have concerns with closing that client, right? So, but those are the biggest things. Like I said, as far as the day-to-day goes, USDA loans are on pause. Economic news is going to be slow or delayed getting it, which is going to affect how we project when to lock customers and where rates are headed, some processing things. But the real concern here, I think, is with the actual employees this impacts. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Thursday and hopefully look forward to speaking with you face to face real soon. Y'all have a good one.